The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Carl Jung, I want to start with a confession. I'm not hard on myself because I'm disciplined. I'm hard on myself because I'm afraid. Afraid that if I stop whipping myself internally, I'll turn into, I don't know, lazy, weak, invisible. One of those people who let themselves go and then pretend it was a spiritual choice. That voice in my head, the one that comments on everything I do like a failed sports commentator, has always framed itself as helpful. You could have said that better. Why did you hesitate? You're falling behind, again, and for a long time, I bought the story. I thought self-criticism was self-awareness. I thought empathy toward myself would make me soft, sloppy, unremarkable. Turns out, I wasn't becoming better. I was just becoming smaller. And no one tells you this, but the inner critic doesn't sharpen you. It narrows you. It turns your entire inner world into a hallway with no windows. Here's something uncomfortable. Most mornings, I don't really look at myself in the mirror. I check. Hair, fine. Face, acceptable. Damage control complete, but actually looking. That's different, because when I look too long, the commentary starts, "You look tired. You should be further along by now." Is this really who you are? And what's strange is, I would never talk to another human being this way. Not even someone I disliked. So why is it normal when the target is me? We like to dress this up with productivity language, high standards, self-discipline, accountability. But most of the time, it's not discipline, it's punishment. And punishment is a terrible teacher. It doesn't create growth, it creates compliance and resentment, usually directed inward. Somewhere along the line, we learned a lie, that empathy, especially toward yourself, is indulgent, that it's what you do after you've earned it, after you fix everything, after you become someone else. But watch what actually happens when you mess up. You miss a deadline. Say the wrong thing. Freeze. When you should have spoken. Do you feel motivated? No, you feel tight, contracted, defensive. Your body isn't thinking about improvement. It's thinking about survival. And here's the part no one romanticizes. You can't evolve while you're flinching. Self-empathy isn't saying, "This is fine." It's saying, "This is human." And those two things are not the same. I tried something embarrassingly simple once. No incense, no frequencies, no declarations to the universe. I just put my hand on my chest after screwing something up and said out loud, "Yeah, that sucked, but you're still here." That's it. No affirmation posters, no glow, just acknowledgement. And what surprised me wasn't that I felt enlightened. It was that I didn't spiral. The mistake stayed the size of a mistake, not a character flaw, not a prophecy. That's what empathy does. It keeps things proportional. I wish I could say the inner critic is some evil parasite. It's not. It's a confused bodyguard with outdated information. At some point, being harsh probably did help you survive. Fit in, avoid rejection, stay alert. But now, it's still using emergency volume for situations that are not emergencies. Like sending an email, or being seen, or not having your life perfectly mapped by Tuesday. Self-empathy isn't killing the critic. It's updating it, saying, "I hear you, but you don't get the microphone anymore." Philosophy loves big words about wholeness, integration, transcendence, non-duality. Sounds great, but none of that matters when you're standing in your kitchen at night, eating something you promised yourself you wouldn't, wondering why you keep repeating the same patterns. That's where self-empathy either shows up or philosophy becomes decorative. The real question isn't, am I enlightened? It's, can I stay with myself when I'm disappointed in who I am? Most people can't, so they escape upward, or numb out, or reinvent themselves every 6 months. Here's the mirror practice I actually trust. Stand there, look at yourself, and instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" ask, "What am I protecting?" Because behavior that looks like sabotage often started as self-preservation. And suddenly, the reflection changes, not into something divine, something familiar. A person who's been trying, badly sometimes, but sincerely. I don't believe self-empathy is a shortcut to bliss. I think it's a responsibility. Once you stop attacking yourself, you can't hide behind shame anymore. You have to choose differently, without cruelty as a motivator. That's harder, but it's also honest. So here's what I'll leave you with. Not a technique, not a ritual, a question. What part of you is exhausted from being judged by you? If you feel like answering that honestly, leave it in the comments. And if this reflection felt uncomfortably familiar, you can like the video or subscribe. Not as support for me, but as a reminder that you're allowed to stay in the conversation with yourself. No enlightenment required.